Okay. Answering the question that I have presented for you to begin with. It's funny how I keep giving you the problems and then selling you the answer, so to speak, you know. But you're going to love the answer to this question. How to make glazed turnips. There's more than one way to make glazed turnips. One of the ways is sauteing them in a certain way. But the way we're going to do it today is we're going to take some ovenware and slice up our turnips and put them in there and bake them in the oven, okay? So we're going to start by showing you how to peel a white turnip. And here's a white turnip right here. Okay? I'm going to cut the top off and the stem bottom. Then we're just going to peel it. You could also use a vegetable peeler to do this, but I'm using a paring knife. Seems easier for me with a paring knife, and I don't take very much off. If you're not that good at this, you may want to use the vegetable peeler. All right, there we go. Now, what does glazed turnip mean? Glazed means glazed. Imagine a tart, a fruit tart, or a cherry pie that's got cherry glaze all over it. Glazed turnip means the same kind of thing. Only you don't put glaze on it. It becomes its own glaze in the oven because of the ingredients that are added to the dish. In this particular case, sugar and butter. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slice up the turnip and lay them kind of decoratively into the pan. We'll put a little bit of butter in there first. We're going to cut these turnips into very thin half moons. Is what we're going to do. Thin enough so you can lay them out like that. Notice how I'm slowly building up a little, what we call a shingled layered pattern of the turnips inside the pan. Well, this one didn't get cut all the way through. You're going to make sure you cut it all the way through or they won't shingle out for you. And we'll put one in the middle. That should do it right there in terms of the turnip. Now I'm going to mince a little bit of onion. That's enough. We'll take a little bit of minced onion, put it all over the turnip. And we will take some pepper and a little bit of salt, not much, and more sugar. than salt in this particular case, because this is partly how the turnips are going to get glazed. And we're going to put a little bit of chicken stock in the bottom of this. That's an option for you. You don't have to put the chicken stock in there, but I kind of like doing it. Now, we're going to take melted butter, put it all over it. And we're going to take some chopped parsley and put it on it. And we're going to bake that in the oven, uncovered, at about 400 degrees or 375. About 3/4 of the way through the cooking, I'm going to put raisins on top with cherries. If you put them on now, you'll just burn them. Now, you don't even have to put them on during the baking time if you don't want. You can sprinkle them over the top when it's done if you want. But basically, that's all you have to do to make the glazed turnips. And I'm going to pop them in the oven right now, and we're going to time-elapse this baking process and bring you back here in probably 35 to 45 minutes. Remember, this isn't the only vegetable that you can use this process with. Carrots is another very good one for this. Okay, now here we go. The turnips are going into the 375 degree oven, and we're going to time-elapse that. And when you come back, and right now, in fact, but it'll actually be about 35 to 45 minutes, we'll do a little finishing on it, and it'll be a done deal. That's a really nice, simple dish. And let's face it, we're not used to getting turnips served to us in a way that we really like, and this is one of those ways that you're really going to like them, okay? So we'll be right back with the finished turnips. All right, the completion of the glazed turnip dish. The turnips have been in the oven for about 30 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes either way, and about 8 to 10 minutes before they were done, and I went in and touched them a little bit to test the level of doneness. At that point, I put the cherries and the dried cherries and raisins over the top. And we're going to pull them out now. And these are just beautiful and gorgeous. Now, one of the things that you might want to do is you can put a little bit of butter on these here. If you think they're a little bit dry for you, I don't think they are, but I like to put a little butter on it anyway. Now there you have it. Now what I would do is sprinkle a little bit of chopped parsley on there. And this is a nice dish all by itself. And I'm going to show you how they would look. You set a little bit on a small plate, and you have that nice shingled turnip look there. That's very nice. See how that holds together? Because of the way I sliced them and put them in there, when you pull out, if you will, a portion of the turnip, it has that shingled look right on it, see? Those are nice, very nice. So there you have it, glazed turnips. You can certainly do the same thing with carrots, rutabagas, any other firm veg like that. Theoretically, you could put green cabbage in here. You can put Savoy cabbage and cook it like this if you want. In most cases of things like the cabbage, you might put a little bit more moisture in it in terms of slightly more chicken stock. But it's a very simple dish, and it's a very nice dish. This also goes very well with game, and it's very good for the end of the year holidays, Thanksgiving and the holidays in December.